Russia was shocked by the coup attempt and civil war carried out by soldiers of President Vladimir Putin's mercenary group, the Wagner Group. The situation in the cities of Red Bear country was tense. In the latest development, the head of the renegade Wagner Group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, will leave Russia and will not face charges after aborting his troop advance, diffusing Russia's most serious security crisis in decades. Prigozhin's feud with the Russian military top brass came to a head the previous day, with his forces capturing army headquarters in southern Russia and then heading north to threaten the capital. Within hours of Prigozhin's change of attitude, the Kremlin announced he was leaving for Belarus and that Russia would not prosecute him or members of the group. It was a day of dramatic developments, marked by Putin warning against civil war, Moscow telling locals not to take to the streets, and Kiev reveling in the chaos engulfing its foe. Prigozhin made the surprising announcement that his troops turned our lines and returned to field camps to avoid bloodshed in the Russian capital. Prigozhin, who was bitterly at odds with Moscow's military leadership even as his troops led part of Russia's offensive against Ukraine, said he understood the significance of the moment and did not want to spill Russian blood. By Sunday morning, Wagner had withdrawn fighters and equipment from Rostov-on-Don, where they had captured the military base. But before leaving, dozens of residents cheered and shouted Wagner, Wagner, outside the military base they had captured. Authorities in the southern Lipetsk region announced the lifting of restrictions after previously reporting Wagner fighters in their territory, where the local capital is just 420 kilometers south of Moscow. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko said he had negotiated a ceasefire with Prigozhin, for which Moscow was grateful. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov later told reporters that the criminal case against him, Prigozhin, will be dropped. He himself will go to Belarus. Peskov also said that Wagner members who had taken part in what authorities called an armed uprising would not be tried. Avoiding bloodshed, internal confrontation, and clashes with unexpected results is the highest goal, Peskov added. On the other hand, Kiev is enjoying the chaos that has engulfed its enemies. Prigozhin embarrassed Putin, the state, and showed that there is no longer a monopoly on violence, presidential aide Mikhailo Podolyak said on Twitter. While Russia claims the uprising has had no impact on its campaign in Ukraine, Kiev says it offers a window of opportunity as it presses for a long-awaited counteroffensive. The United States and its allies have remained openly on the sidelines as officials wait to see how the insurrection will play out. U.S. President Joe Biden spoke to the leaders of France, Germany, and Britain amid fears that Putin's control of the nuclear-armed nation could be derailed. Moscow issued a stern warning to the United States and its allies to stand down. The uprising was played by Russia's external enemies, the Russian Foreign Ministry said. Prior to Prigozhin's action, regular Russian troops had launched what one regional governor called a counter-terrorist operation to halt Wagner's advance northward along the main highway to Moscow. Security was tight in the city center, with gunmen in flak jackets guarding the Parliament building and Red Square closed to the public. I didn't know how to react. However, it's very sad that this has happened, said Yelena, 35, declining to give her last name. Earlier, responding to the action in a televised speech, Putin accused Prigozhin of carrying out a stab in the back that threatened Russia's survival. Any internal upheaval is a mortal threat to our statehood and to us as a nation. It is a blow to Russia and our people, Putin said, demanding national unity. Excessive ambition and self-interest lead to betrayal, Putin said, referring to Prigozhin, who began building his power base as a catering contractor. Another Putin ally, Chechen strawman Ramzan Kadyrov, stated that he had sent his own unit to help put down the Wagner uprising.